Welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan and this series is all about quick and easy meals in our Thermomix. Now it can be done on any version of Thermomix, so it doesn't have to be the TM6, and I'm going to show you some hints and tips for your Thermomixing and then obviously some really quick and easy meals. So I do hope you're enjoying the series so far. Remember to share it with friends and family who need to see what a Thermomix can do to change their kitchen, or maybe your friends and family who have a Thermomix and could get more out of it, because that's what this is all about. I love inspiring you to help you get more out of your Thermomix or get one on the bench. So we're making this beautiful salad. It's inspired originally from a salad on Cookie Doo called the Mediterranean couscous salad. Now, if you like to follow guided, go find that on your Cookie Doo. But I'm going to do it today how I do things best, which is just winging it as quick as I possibly can so that I don't have to spend extra time in the kitchen. So to start off with today, I have pre-chopped some veggies. Now I've got in here, and this is probably the longest part of this recipe, is actually prepping your veggies. I've got two massive chunks of broccoli. Now they're massive because it's actually going to cook for 10 minutes and then I'm going to break it up. Okay, I've got some decent chunks of cauliflower. They're a little bit smaller, similarly cooking for 10 minutes and then break them smaller. And then I've got some small chunks of pumpkin. Now you can use anything in this top section. Really, it's up to you, your imagination and veggies, you know, go for it, whatever you want in there. Then we're going to have on top our aroma tray. Now our tray is our steaming part. I do need to just wiggle and jiggle these veggies down to fit them in, so that I've got the space for the tray on top. Look at this, I might actually need to chop them smaller. Didn't anticipate this problem. It's the broccoli in there. Anyway, I can do that off camera, but make sure your Varoma fits on nicely the tray, otherwise the steam will escape and not do this. But what we've got on top is some wet baking paper. It's a rectangle, I've scrunched it up, I ran it under water, and this is actually what we use to do things like omelets and sunny side up eggs. And if you don't want your meat juices, if you're doing meat, to drip through to the things below, this is what we do. Or, as well as that, one more tip, if you don't have a dishwasher and you want to steam your fish or your chicken, it goes on the top of here and the juices don't get stuck in the 1,000 little holes underneath. I don't know if there's 1,000, however many there are. So in this is going to go some couscous. Now you do need to pre-soak your couscous. So it's 120 to 150 grams of couscous covered with water, and you want nearly double the amount of water. Leave it sit and it will suck the liquid into it. So this has actually been sitting and it's sucked that liquid in. Now this is going to cook for 10 minutes on top with the steam. Then we're going to come back, we're going to give it all a bit of a stir and cook it for a little bit longer. So let me grab this couscous out. Don't worry about the extra liquid. You can see there's liquid coming out of it. It's no big deal. It will actually suck into this anyway, so that's fine. And spread that out. By the way, this is one of the mini thermoservers. Aren't they cute? So we're going to now spread this around. It's nice and evenly if you can, and we're going to then cook this. So we're going to use our Varoma temperature. We're going to do 10 minutes to start off with, and then we'll come back, give it a stir, and finish it off. In that meantime, you do want to actually, pause that thought. We need some water in our machine to steam with. So 500 grams of water into the Thermomix bowl. That's all you need. You could eyeball it. I know my container is 500 mils, so it's going to be 500 grams in there. And by the way, when you are steaming, it is actually, if you're steaming for up to half an hour, half a litre, which is 500 mils or grams, 1 litre for 1 hour, 1.5 litres for 1.5 hours. So when you're doing a whole chook or a whole corned beef. What was I going to tell you? I need to fix that up later, but I'll just get this started. I know what I was saying. While this is cooking, okay, let's just take out, which chunk is it? I'll cut it down later. There we go. Still not right, is it? There we go. All right, I'll cut them up a little smaller. While it is cooking for the 10 minutes, you need to prepare the next bits and pieces to go in your salad. So this is going to have in a bowl with it some spinach leaves, some not sun-dried tomatoes, some fresh tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. And then we're going to put a lovely vinaigrette kind of dressing over the top, which is literally a pour over. Now you could eat this as a standalone meal, or of course you can serve it with a protein. Completely up to you. It is so delicious. So I'll be back in 10 minutes and I'll take you through the next step. And I'm going to get these into the machine as well. I'll cut them a bit smaller to fit them in. Or the other thing is, you know, I'm avoiding coming back and putting them in later. but I might cut them in bits, and I'll put them in 10 minutes time so that they don't have to cook as long. Because if I cut them small and I cook them for this long, they're going to go really wilted, and we don't want that. So that's what I'll do. I'll come back in 10 minutes and I'll put them in then once they're cut nice and small. So I'll see you in 10 minutes time for the next step. See you soon. Okay, welcome back. It's been 10 minutes and our couscous is nearly cooked. It's not quite. It needs another probably 7 minutes to cook. What I do need to do at this point though is actually add in my broccoli. So I'm just going to grab that. I've cut it down into smaller florets so it all fits in a bit better, and make sure it's low enough that this varoma can fit on top. Don't forget the little stems, they're edible as well. Let's put that on, give it a push down, and we're going to put it on for 7 more minutes, okay? So 7 minutes, varoma, speed 2, and off it goes. Now, as I made mention when we were going before, I said there's some more things you're going to need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a really beautiful dressing for this. So I've got a jar, and we're going to put into the jar a few ingredients. So we're going to put into it some apple cider vinegar to add a bit of a vinegary touch to it. I'm thinking, what's the word I'm after? Kind of a sour touch. This could be lemon juice. Now I've just added a little bit. Now I put it in a jar because then I can hold this in the fridge until I'm ready to serve this. If I put it through straight away, it's actually going to make it go soggy. So I don't want it to go soggy. So that's why I'm going to put it in a jar, give it a shake up, and then it's there for when I'm ready. Now I've put in some oil, not much oil because I really don't like putting too much in there. We're going to put some oregano into it, about a pinch. We are not big dressing people, okay? If you like lots of dressing, then by all means make this a larger batch. Now, it's really humid at the moment in Brisbane, in Queensland, so I am going to try and break off some of this. Usually I get a fork to it, but I didn't bring a fork in, so we'll just have to do that. The other thing I'd normally put into it is actually a little pinch of sugar, some sweetener. It sounds a bit odd, but I'm going to do it today. I'm going to put it in because it just offsets that sweet, sour, in a moment salty. It's only a pinch, it's not a huge amount at all. And then 2 other ingredients, salt and pepper. And then we're just going to give it a shake up. And this is going to be our beautiful dressing. Not sure much came out of that. The humidity is doing it a bit hard here, making everything hard to use. Now, let's talk about the other components of this salad. So, we just shake this up, and that's ready for later, or whenever we serve up. So if you want to put this away for a couple of days' time, it means you certainly can. There you go. That's your dressing. Done. Simple and easy. Now, talking about what to serve with. You're going to want some greens. So whether you want rocket or lettuce or spinach, I've got spinach. You'll need something to put with this salad to bulk it out a bit. The original recipe that I said this was based off, you can actually do with, they say chickpeas. I'm not going to do chickpeas here. What I am going to do is some cherry tomatoes. These go beautifully with it. And we're going to put olives on it. Now, I know not everyone is olive fans, so please don't feel like you've got to put something into it that you or your family are not going to eat. If you are not olive fans, or maybe you are but your family are not, then leave it aside and just put it on yours when you put it on the table. There's nothing wrong with that. And then once we've done these couple of things, obviously you can add what else you like. Actually, I've got to add cucumber. Forgot about the cucumber. It's fresh out of the garden. It's even got a hole in it. So we're just going to put some cubes of cucumber into it as well. So like this, really simple and easy. Again, totally up to you though. If you won't eat it, obviously don't use it, okay? I really like the idea of putting feta on it as well, but I do have some in my family who may not eat the feta part of it. So pick and choose, okay? The beauty of Thermomix cooking is you can actually pick and choose. I'm going to put olives on it. Mine who don't eat olives can pick them out. Make sure they're pitted olives. Nothing worse than biting into one, not realizing. Now we'll just wait for this Thermomix. Now we do want to serve this coolish, like you don't want that couscous to really hot get on those spinach leaves and really, you know, welt them down, because this is so much better if it can be kind of left in the fridge in its wholeness without the dressing though. So wait until the couscous has cooled, wait until the pumpkin and the veggies have cooled before we toss it together. So I'll come back in 3 minutes, I'll show you this step, then I'll return in about 15-20 minutes when everything is cool, and I'll show you the final assemblage of this beautiful salad that can be its standalone, or it can be something you serve on the side with protein as well. Do reach out if you've got questions along the way with this, or if I can support you with a demo to get yourself a thermoserver or some mats, or even just show your friends what a Thermomix can do, friends or family, what a Thermomix can do. I'd love to support you to help you get the very most out of your Thermomix investment and show them what it can do to transform their kitchen as well. So that's it for me right now. I'll see you in 2 minutes, and take care till then. Bye for now. Okay, it has finished steaming. I can test my veggies to see if they're done, and also my couscous will be done, because it actually doesn't take much to cook your couscous. But what I want you to do is make sure you take your varoma off safely. So with your lid, always let the steam go away from you, which for me is backwards, obviously, to you. But take that off, and then we lift our entire varoma down onto it, or maybe we just lift off our tray so we can see if our veggies are cooked. Now I can tell mine are cooked. So I'm just going to lift them down, and I can sit that aside to cool. If you're in a hurry, yes, you can serve it up. So I know I said wait for it to cool, but you know what? If we wanted to eat dinner now, I would put the couscous in a pile on the plate. I would put the pumpkin and stuff on it, and I'd serve this portion of it just separate as well, so that it's kind of, I can mix it together then on my plate. Ideally though, it's a cold salad. It could be warm salad, but it's a cold salad. It is beautiful when it's crisp, and those spinach leaves and those rocket leaves and those sorts of things are beautiful and crisp. So I'll come back in a little while. Once it's all cool, I'll show you the assemblage of the final thing there. And I don't know if you can see that, but they just look beautiful. It's so vibrant. It's so full of goodness, nutrient dense, which is what I love. And then you've got your little side of stuff, which I won't put on because we're going to do that just before serving. So I'll see you in a little while. I'll show you how to assemble. See you soon.